stat gains in this game are all kinds of wacky. Their formulas were not very good. So you get all kinds of weird crap that happens. Sand attack is absolute torture. If you guys really want to see something interesting with this game, I would suggest trying to catch speedrun. Some of the speedruns, because they really pick this game apart, and you can learn some really interesting stuff. Like one of the things that I never knew is that stat gain wise in the game, the way it was programmed, Squirtle to Blastoise is actually the most powerful of the starters by apparently a lot. Because he has the best stat gains of all of them. Which is just kind of an interesting fact. Nidoran female? Yeah. Oh, I was totally in that crowd too, Crimson, when I first saw it, like, because I didn't know any better. And in fact, Digimon is older than Pokemon is. It's just that it didn't get brought out over here until after Pokemon. Yes, there is no special defense in this game. That was one of the other things I was going to say. So one of my favorite Pokemon to use in Gen 1 is actually Cloyster. Because before they split the special attack, special defense thing, Cloyster has a really high special stat in this game. And so he's actually pretty good as an attacker and a defender, which isn't true in any of the newer ones. And so I don't use them anymore really, unless you're trying to run like spikes and all that crap. And I kind of hate that as far as the meta goes, because I'm not a big fan of it. But yeah, Cloyster is actually one of the guys I would use. Okay, we're gonna do this just to catch this guy, because I keep not paying attention. We're not gonna use a Rattata. I don't feel like using one. We'll just do this for a bit. How do you feel about the Nido king or queen thing, Crimson? Any thoughts on that? Currently, there's one vote for Nidoran female. When we figure out who it's gonna be, then I'll tell you which one I would pick. Bites anything when it attacks, small and very quick. It is a common sight in many places. It'll often steal your food and try to gnaw your face off. Alright, let's drop the Rattata off just because I don't want to leave him in my team. We're going to try to catch a Pikachu in the forest as well. And we'll carry him with us for a little bit, but it's mainly just because I'm going to leave him as a backup on Misty. And we'll probably get rid of him after that point, because we don't really need him, because we'll do things differently. Okay, let's try and get Pidgey one more level. Nido Queen. Personally, I would pick Nido King, but that's just because I like Nido King better. But that's why I wanted your guys' opinion, because that's the whole point of this. And honestly, I have no issues with Nido Queen either. She's just as scary, if not scarier. So that's what we'll do. We'll go grab a Nidoran. We'll try to get both Nidorans, but we'll train the queen. if we can get Strafe one more level, we'll move forward. Cut this one close. Yep. I could risk it, but I don't want to. So we'll see how long this ends up taking us to get through. I'm gonna try to do this every week, a couple hours each week. This will be getting put up on YouTube. I'll at least highlight it out and be putting it on YouTube for anybody who happens to miss it. So if you happen to miss a night, the stream itself, you should still be able to watch the video. But the next game we're going to do for this, because once we're done with this, we're going to move on to Pokemon Crystal Emulator Edition. Same basic thing, except it's Pokemon Crystal, obviously. That I'm probably going to do as a Nuzlocke. I decided not to do this one as a Nuzlocke because this game can be a huge pain in the butt to run a Nuzlocke on. It has some pretty iconic music. Sand Attack. We finally have our instrument of ultimate torture. See if we can't make Gary go take his eyes out with a spoon or something. I can't wait till we get to Lavender Town and everybody panics because it's Lavender Town. Ooh. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the creepypastas that go with Lavender Town, but it's a good time. Let's see, there is a potion up here. Drunk old man. Who wants to show us how to catch a Weedle? I'm not gonna let him. Alright. Neater and hype! Well, we found a male already, that's crazy. They're the rare ones in this version too, I'm pretty sure. I am not sure if that is gonna knock him out. I don't want to waste too many of these. Yeah, we'll try it. Yep, too much. Wah, wah. Oh well. Beat up some more Rattata. Lavender Town. The White Hand. I have to admit, like I go through periods where I enjoy reading like creepypastas and stuff, and I've enjoyed a lot of the Pokemon related ones. And a lot of it is because, like, you know, back when you first played those games, those places were creepy. Like the music was creepy. Nowadays, I just laugh at it, like I think it's funny. The White Hand stuff is actually pretty messed up when you look at the images that go with it and everything. Creepy Black was always fun. I thought about doing a video this year for this last Halloween about Pokemon creepypasta, just because. But I kind of feel like that's an area that's been covered by a lot of people, and who have done it much better than I would do it. Yeah, we're gonna catch this Spearow, but it's just for Pokedex mainly. We gotta try not to run out of Pokeballs, so they have no money. Eat eats bugs in grassy areas. It also likes to flap its short wings at high speed to stay airborne. Something else we're going to do, since I mentioned this earlier, we're going to do Pokemon Stadium stuff. So we're actually going to have to set up specific teams at certain points within the game to use for that. So that's why the other reason why I'm catching. That theory is actually very interesting, the Ash's Coma. The theory, I agree with that. That's very interesting. But it doesn't take much for me to find things interesting. What that says about me, I don't know, but I like reading stuff like that, theories like that. Come on, Nidoran. Oh, there's another male. Weird. Alright, my neighbor has decided that he needed to turn his music on full blast again. So if you guys can hear that, I'm sorry. I can't do anything about it, he's a dick. Sense danger. The larger its horns, the more powerful its secreted venom. Alright, so now we found the male, now we need our queen. That's a good idea. Let's go. We'll go back to Pokemon Center and heal. We can deposit the guys that we're not gonna use, since we're having such a bad time with that. We can go beat up our rival too, probably. I can't remember what level his Charmander's at. Is his Charmander at 9 or is his? Is this the one? Oh, I can never remember if this is the one where he has a Fearow or a Pidgey. I think he has a Pidgey too. Yeah, that's right, because you fight he's got a level 16 Pidgeotto in Cerulean City for some reason. Because he's a hacker. Gary Oak, using hacks. It's like, have you guys seen the, there's a meme with him on it, and it's Gary Oak, oh man, has something about having 10 badges and there's only 8 gyms. Because in the one anime episode, he has 10 badges from Kanto. Level 9. Just remember that he's a pain if you're not prepared. Should probably save, it's been a while. Save real quick. I won't reset it, I'll save. Let's beat him up. Why not? And we'll try for a Nidoran female after that. You probably don't have any badges. Did you guys actually play these games back when they first came out? Were you old enough at that point? Young enough at that point, depending. Sand attack battle begins. That's okay, I have a secret strategy. This is actually a really cheap way to win a lot of fights early in this game if you need to, with a Bulbasaur. It's Leech Seed and then just switch back to Pidgey and you just sand attack forever. You'll eventually win. It's better if you have, once you get Poison Powder too. Just double stack it. I actually have my Game Boy still, but it does not work anymore. The original one. I have a Game Boy Color that still works. I also have my Game Boy Pocket somewhere too. We're gonna have to potion this. I actually still have my original cart, Pokemon Red cart. I had it sitting out on my desk here, but I don't actually have it. I think I put it in my... I have a drawer with a bunch of my old Game Boy stuff in it. I still have that. I still have my original Pokemon Crystal copy and Pokemon Silver. I have owned every Pokemon, main series Pokemon game, a copy of all of them. But when I bought Pokemon Blue, I ultimately ended up giving that to my buddy Gabe. And so he ended up with that, and then I did the same thing with Gold, because I wanted Silver. Charmander is weaker. Let's throw this out. We're gonna swap him for Pidgey now. Boom. Silly Charmander. That's awesome. I don't have any of the boxes or anything, because I was really bad about that as a kid, with like everything. But I still have the carts, which I was kind of surprised I had. Not because I've sold them or anything, or even considered selling them, I just, like, I've lost a bunch of stuff as the years have gone on. My mother was very fond of basically taking my games and giving them to other kids without my permission. And, like, permanently giving my stuff away. That's what Dracul picked. For the name thing. I've just been letting people who've been around pick, because there's only a couple of us for a while, though I see we're gaining some people. Hello, new viewers. Welcome to the stream. You know, I quit paying attention how many times we sand attacked this guy. I was too busy talking. Fortunately, I was smart enough to start attacking. Ooh, there's the crit. Fortunately, I played it safe. There we go. First real rival fight. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good night. You know, when I first played this game, I never even knew about that fight, because I never bothered to go over there. Okay, so here's the moment of truth. I'm gonna be so pissed if this crits. Whew! Finally. Alright, we need a name, guys. Although small, its venomous barbs render this Pokemon dangerous. The female has smaller horns. Alright, we finally have the Nidoran female. What's the name? It only took us half of the stream. Bibli? We'll use it, why not? PlayStation Nation gets a name in before he heads out. So that's what we'll do. Yeah, hundreds of males, Bibli. There we go. I am interested to see what Bibli looks like in the Pokemon Stadium game, I have to admit. Alright, finally, we got that done. Good lord. Okay, we're not going to worry about spending a lot of time leveling Bibli up at the moment. We'll do some of that in the forest. Queen Elizabeth. That would have been a good one. Lilith.